Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's session. We'll try to master some integral parts of grammar which go into IELTS. Okay. And IELTS, yes, it is needed for, grammar is an integral part, I say, but they'll not test your grammar directly. So what happens is we have learned all our grammar rules in our school, college at different levels, right? We have, like, if I ask you right now, how would you write something in the present continuous tense? You'll quickly say, we'll use is, am, are with ing form, right? We are very confident. If I change it to past, you'll say we'll use was, were, and we'll stick to the ing. So we know our tenses, we know what grammar is, we know nouns, we've been taught nouns. If I say, give me some examples of noun, you'll quickly give me some example, right? So what is a noun? The name of anything, right? Awesome. The nouns you see around you, you can see table, great. A name, a place, Delhi. LeapScholar, yes, obviously. Awesome. So see, we don't have a problem with grammar, do we? We know what, like right now you're using your mobile or your laptop. Great. So that is a noun. So grammar is not a problem that way. We know all our basic rules. Awesome. So many answers pouring in. We know grammar. What's the issue here? The problem comes with application. Okay. So today I'm here to help you with getting our application correct. We know our grammar. Don't be scared of grammar. We've been taught by our teachers very nicely in school. So what am I going to do here? Basically, who am I? So yeah, my name is Neha. I'm an expert trainer here at LeapScholar. I come with over 5 years of experience, having taught more than 3,000 students for different kind of tests, IELTS being just one of them, all the English language tests. And how did I come to do that? So yes, I underwent training with Cambridge, the body that governs IELTS, not just Cambridge, IDP, British Council, all the bodies that are governing these English tests. So all in all, I need to say that, you are in safe hands. Okay, where am I logging in from? I'm logging in from Gujarat. Okay, we all know that IELTS has 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The first two don't exactly directly test your grammar, but in writing and speaking, you have 4 parameters for getting evaluated, and grammar is an integral part. So that's 25% each. I'm looking at 25% coming for grammar in writing and 25% weightage is in speaking as well. That is why it becomes crucial. But as I said, we always, we have been taught about grammar. We know what is noun, what is pronoun, what is adjective. I asked you examples and there were tons of them. So coming back to what makes life difficult in IELTS, a simple question. So when you are doing your speaking test, a very, very obvious, very natural question, very common question is the examiner might ask you, what is your hobby? And say you like to dance. That's your passion. What is the answer you would give? Will you say, I love to dance? Or will you say, I love dancing? Do we get ever confused? What would you say? Would you say I love to dance? Would you say I love dancing? Bit confusing, right? Both sound right. Okay. What about this one? So you were trying to convince your friend and she agreed to go to the party with your friends, or she agreed going to the party with your friends. Which one is correct here? Confusing, right? Both sound correct on the first one. On the first go, it's like, yeah, both are correct. How about this one? So he advised proceeding. By proceeding, I mean moving forward with caution. Is this correct? Or he advised to proceed with caution. Or this one, he advised the team to proceed with caution. Confusing? This sounds confusing, right? And I know my subject, I know my verb, I know what is happening here, and yet I get confused. Why is this happening? So that is because when I say to dance, I mean I'm looking at a to infinitive. But dancing is a gerund. Have those words have you come across those words? Gerund, to infinitive. Okay, so what is a gerund? I love dancing, or going, or proceeding. The first time, gerunds are beautiful words actually, and they're very high weightage, powerful words. Okay, yes, But then I also say, Shilpa, I also say, like, I am playing. That's not a gerund. Okay. So where lies the problem? There is no problem. Simple definition. Okay. First thing first, like we did in all grammar classes, we look at the definition and try to understand what they mean. So when I say an infinitive, it is simple. It's the verb form starting with a to, the base form of any verb, right? To do, to eat, to sleep, to love, to create. All the actions starting with a to. Okay. We have not changed the form of the verb in any form. Now, how do we use this? So, we modify it when we try to fit it into our sentence. For example, she was sleeping. Okay. To sleep is a basic to infinitive form of word. But if I want to say a sentence, I will conjugate it. What do we mean by conjugate? Again, a heavy word. Don't get bogged down with that. So conjugation is nothing but changing the form. So from sleep, I made it sleeping. Since I want to talk about the past tense, I will use a helping verb called was. Okay. So now she was sleeping. Meaningful, complete sentence. That's a conjugation of to sleep. Another example. So he had done his homework. Okay. When I say to do, we have a verb called to do here. I changed the form. So from do, it became done. Why? Because I'm trying to talk about the past. And again, I use a helping verb, has done. Life is simple so far. These are the sentences we use, right? Everyone loves ice creams. The verb we have is to love and this one. So these verbs, I say to sleep, I conjugate it to was sleeping. To do, conjugated to has done. And to love, conjugated to loves. Simple present tense. Everyone loves ice cream, don't we? Yes, no. Do we love ice cream? Especially in the summer. This was a very bad summer this year, wasn't it? So that is to infinitive, right? Base verb with a to. Now, what is a gerund? The name is very fancy, but it is simple. They are verbs which end in ing, but they are not verbs. There lies the trick. Okay, they look like verbs. दिखते कुछ और है, होते कुछ और है. So they look like a verb, but they act like a noun. Okay, they are used like a noun. And where do the nouns go in a sentence? We just had so many examples, right? So noun go in the first part as a subject, or nouns go in the last part as an object. So they will act like a noun. So when I say sleeping is my favorite pastime, am I doing the action here? When I say sleeping is my favorite pastime, am I sleeping right now? I'm talking about my hobby, right? So the main verb, the verb here is. I'm trying to state a fact. Sleeping is just an object which I'm trying to portray in the first part of the sentence with an ing. So that is a gerund. Or I can say, I don't like sleeping during the day. I know you're confused, right? That is why we are doing it, Nurjahan. Okay. So first, let's deal with the confusion. Let's deal with the theory of it. And then I'll give you some simple tricks, some simple rules that you can simply memorize and all this issue will be solved. Okay. So the main verb here is you like something or you don't like something. Let's look at this example. I can simply say, just to prove that sleeping in the second sentence has been used as a noun. Just to give you an example, can I say, I don't like coffee? Okay. And right now, just like 5 minutes back, when I asked for noun, you gave me so many examples. So is coffee a noun? Yes or no? Everyone agrees coffee is a noun, right? It's a thing. So definitely it's a noun. So in the sentence, I've simply replaced coffee with sleeping. Okay. I don't like coffee. I don't like sleeping during the day. Getting the idea? So sleeping is not the action which I'm performing. It is a gerund. The main verb is don't like. Okay. The negative form of like. So that brings me to the question. This was about like. not liking something. Okay, right? I don't like drinking coffee. Good one, Madhav. Nice. You're learning. That's a quick learning. So if I replace the main verb with something you like, so don't like is a negative thing, right? Why talk about negative things? Let's talk about the positive things in life. So back to it. I love. So to dance, or I love dancing. Back to that one. Okay. Dharmik, we are here to learn English. Okay. I'll repeat myself. Don't worry. I'll talk in a simpler language also. But if I talk in Hindi, when will you learn English? Okay. So back to this question. I love to dance or I love dancing? And both are correct. Tell you what, this is also correct and this is also correct. You're not wrong when you say either of those. Why? Because the main verb here is love. And after the main verb love, you can either use to infinitive or you can also use a gerund. Who says that? Rules say that. Okay. So now let me introduce you to the rules. Okay. Give me some example. Okay. Okay. Let me first give you some more example. These are normal day-to-day life situations. You've heard them. You've heard them. Okay. So look at this. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Smoking is injurious to health. Everyone has seen this, right? So smoking. Are you smoking right now? No. Is the action happening? Because we saw ing means action is happening, continuous form. But right now, anyone is smoking? No. It is a statement wherein the action, the noun smoking is injurious to health. We've also seen this. Acting can be fun. Okay. Good, Rupi. Nice example. Okay. Making a vlog requires a lot of effort. I am interested in learning to cook. So right now, am I cooking? No, I'm interested to learn how to cook. So I'm interested in learning the act of cooking. Several top designers assisted in creating the park. Okay. Yes, sessions can be joyful. Yes, they can be. That's what we are trying to do here. Or I don't believe in pampering children. Awesome. So we know how to use gerunds. And if you can use them right now, you're using them, I can see it. And if you use them correctly in your writings, in your speaking test also, they are very high band words. Okay. They'll boost your vocab score, their grammar score as well. So now coming back to the question, which one is the main verb here? Because that decides whether to use a gerund in the sentence or should I use a to infinitive. So the main verb here is, okay? The main verb here is can be. It's a modal that I'm looking at, okay? Another form of words, modals. Making a vlog requires, that is the verb. I am interested. That is the verb I'm looking at. Meditating regularly can help you overcome challenges. Yes, that's a nice one. Meditating. Yes, good one. Several top designers assisted. Okay, that's the verb. In the past, they assisted in creating the park. Or, as I said, a negative one as well. I do not believe. The verb is believe in the negative form. Do not. Okay, so I do not believe in pampering children. Now that we've identified the main verbs, now we know that a sentence can have a main verb, it can have helping verbs, and then it can have gerunds. Okay. So now where to put a gerund and where to put a to infinitive would depend on the main verb. Everyone clear with the idea of main verb? Okay, what's the main action happening there? Is the main verb. It can be supported with a gerund or to infinitive. Let's look at the rules now. So first set of rules, the common main verbs which will be followed by the gerund. Okay. So if in your sentence, you're talking about acknowledging something, he acknowledged what? Then you'll have to use a gerund. He admit. Okay. He admitted to something. So the sentence would be, he admitted breaking the vase. He admitted to breaking the vase. He was the one who broke it. Okay. Or advice, when you're talking about someone giving advice. Maybe you're in your speaking test and someone asked you, talk about a piece of advice that someone gave to you. How would you use it? So he advised taking up, or my father advised taking science after I finished my 10th so that I could have more options in my career. Okay, advised taking. Can you see? Or my father allowed going to the party provided I was back by 10 o'clock. So take a screenshot of this. The recordings, yes, it would be available on YouTube. So yes, that is getting recorded. You would have it in a couple of hours on YouTube. But yes, you can take a screenshot just to keep it with you. So remember, when you're using these words as your main verb, okay, then you can use a gerund. These will be followed by the gerund, that is ing form. These are the verbs which are followed by the infinitive. So when you say decide, I decided to take up science. So I decided to take up science. Or say failed. He failed to get admission in the the university of his choice. I hope that doesn't happen with you. Okay, we'll try our best to get you there. You get the right scores, the required scores, and yeah, you'll get the admission. So manage. He managed to get admission in the university of his choice. When I asked you, should I say I love to dance and I love dancing? Here are the 10 verbs with which you can use both. Okay. So with the set of 10 words, begin, like, can't beat, love, can't stand, prefer, continue, propose, hate, and start. With these words, you are safe to use either a gerund or to infinitive, and life is good. Okay, that was the googly I threw on the very first slide. So you can say, I love to dance. You can say, I love dancing. Both are correct. I prefer to eat early, or I prefer eating early. Both are correct. Okay. What do you mean by can't stand? Is it to do with you standing on your feet? Like my leg, my feet are hurting. I cannot stand. Is it that? No, it is not. It can't bear. Awesome. Okay. So can't stand is basically you just can't tolerate something. So I can't stand being late for class. That kind of a thing. Okay. Quiz time. Quickly. I want the answers in the chat box. Okay. I'm throwing you some questions. Tell me which option is correct. They avoided. Yes, they avoided getting hit by the car or whatever they feared. Next one. I always dread what? So the answer is A. Okay, let's move to the next one. He really enjoys going to football games to go to football games. Awesome. The next one. She dislikes. Dislike, huh? Not hate. She dislikes watching. Okay. Hate was the one which was used for both. Among the 10 words that we shared, it was hate, not dislike. So when you're looking at dislike, it is she dislikes watching TV. Next one. I miss. Okay. And this is something you can very easily use in your speaking as well. I miss hanging out with my friends now that I have such a busy schedule. But I managed to make time sometime during the weekend. Okay. And then there is another set of words. So we're looking at 6 special verbs when they are used with gerund, it will mean something else. When they are used with infinitive, it will mean something else. Okay. Okay. So when you say forgot to meet, that is I'm using with a infinitive. I mean, I forgot to meet him. That means that I didn't meet him because I didn't remember that I had to meet him. But when you say I forgot meeting him, means, oh, did I meet him? Okay, I don't remember. Yeah, now I remember. I saw him there. Okay, that kind of a thing. A couple of examples more to go. When you say quit, what do you mean? Okay, so quit. If I say quit to work, she quit to work, when I'm using with infinitive, we mean that she quit something else, her passion, her job. But when I say she quit working, when I'm using an gerund, I'm saying that she's not working here anymore. The examples are right there. Okay. Don't get confused. It's right there. See the examples and the explanation as well. Same applies to regret. Remember, just take a screenshot, just take a screenshot and you'll be able to understand it better. It's only 6 words which are confusing. Only the 6 words. Similar is remember. So when I use it with to visit, I mean, I remember to visit. I did not forget. I had it on my calendar and I did it. But when I say I remember visiting my grandmother, I'm sharing my memories. I remember what a beautiful trip it was. Okay. And the final 2 words, which means something different. I stopped to call him, which means I was going on my way and then I remembered. So I stopped and I made that call. But when I say I stopped calling him, I mean, I had some fight with him and now I don't call him anymore. I've stopped the activity. Okay. Say I stopped to smoke on the way to office, which means I was going on the way. I stopped and took a puff. But if you say I stopped smoking, which means you've just given up that idea, you don't do it anymore and try. So when you're trying something and it did not happen. So I tried to open the window, but it did not happen. But when you're looking at options, there was a lot of smoke in the room or it was very hot. So I tried opening the window and I also switched on the fans. Other interesting topic in grammar, which is subject verb agreement, another pain area. Now this basic we know, right? The boy plays and the boys play. We know this much. So here we have a singular boy. The verb is with an S. Since the boy has been turned to plural, boys, the verb is play. We know this, right? Simple. If yes, can you help me choose the correct option here? One of the tallest buildings in the world, dash located on the east bank of this river, is or are. Hint lies here. What are we talking about? One of the tallest buildings, right? The word here is one of the tallest buildings in the world. So the answer has to be is. Awesome. That's the rule for one. So when you're using one, it'll be singular. Same with friends, right? One of my friends, one of the buildings. Okay. Don't let the plural friends or something fool you. Okay, moving to the next one now. The International Club, as well as the Choral Society and Rowing Club. Need to, needs to. So here we are talking about the International Club, and as well is just a addition to it. It will not change the form. So singular thing, the International Club needs to. Okay, it's not need, needs to. As well as is just adding to it. Okay, it's not changing my subject. It's not like the compound conjunction and. So we know the conjunction fanboys, right? Fanboys, FANBOYS, for, and, nor, but, right? Or, yet, so are fanboys, which help us to make compound sentences. When that is used, it becomes compound. Yes, the second one is the answer, needs to. Okay, so this is not compound. We used as well as. Okay, so the verb is not modified. Now another example with and. This will be easy now to understand. Tell me now. So we have and here and we have each also. So the students and the instructors each dash for a new facility. Clear? Great. Now we got it correct. Now everyone got it correct. So remember this basic rule. Each hope. Okay, B is the answer. Each hope for a new facility next year. Awesome. Okay, so let's look at some more rules. The subject verb agreement. Rice and beans, my favorite dish. Dash me of my native Puerto Rico. Reminds. So it will be reminds. Why? Because rice and beans, it's not two different things, right? It's one thing. It's like our chole bhature or pav bhaji. So it's not two different things. It's one dish, right? So it'll be pav bhaji is my favorite dish, not are my favorite. That's the rule here. 4 years dash a long time to spend away from your friends and family. So now we are talking about a time period. Okay, we're taking it as a single chunk of years. So don't get fooled by this word S over here. Okay, it says 4 years. But it is not four different things we are talking. We are talking about a chunk, a duration, which is 4 years long. So it is, okay? It is a very long time to spend away from your family. It's a duration, it's a quantity. Okay, it will be used with the singular verb is. I hope you're looking at the rules. Observe the rules. The examples are there to help you, but the rules is what you need to use in your eyes. Politics. So there was this S. There's an S. Politics are sometimes dirty, is sometimes dirty. Awesome. Good, you didn't get fooled by that S. So yes, politics is sometimes dirty. And what about this one? First one is correct. Most of the milk has gone bad. 6 gallons of milk are. Okay. So it has to be here. Has and are. Why? In the first case, we are using most of the milk. Okay. We are trying to use it as a quantify and we cannot count milk. So it is has. But in the second one, we gave a number to it. We quantified it. 6 gallons. Now it becomes plural. So it is are still in the refrigerator. Okay. So yeah, that was it. I hope you guys learned something new today. I hope you had fun. Wish you all the best. Do well. Thank you so much.